What's up, you guys? Welcome back if you're a returning subscriber. If you are new here or you've stumbled upon my channel, I hope that you'll check me out, check this video out, and then consider hitting that subscribe button. While you're at it, you might as well hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date every single time I drop a new video. I'm EVE, and this is The Ebb Effect. You guys, this is my third attempt to film this video, and I'm starting to think that that is a sign that I don't need to film this video, but I definitely wanted to get in front of the camera before the new year especially, and I'm hoping that I can get this posted before the new year. If not, then we're just gonna roll with what I'm able to do. But y'all, I wanted to share all of my fragrances that I purchased in 2024, and I'm calling them all my best purchases. Simply because if you guys recall, when I came back from my hiatus a few months ago, I told you guys that I was just being a little bit more considerate and conservative with what I decide to purchase. So everything that I've purchased this year, I consider it a good buy because I put a little bit more thought into it and I wasn't just spending all willy-nilly. I want to say I purchased a total of 17 fragrances and 16 fragrances, but I had a couple re-ups. So the list that I wanted to share, or I've been trying to share with you guys, didn't include my re-ups, but it did include everything that is new to my collection. So, and I roughly ranked the fragrances, but my top 5 is my top 5. So I definitely want to share at least my top 5 with you guys. I don't know, maybe I'll try one more time to just kind of run through the rest of the list, and I'll spend just a teeny bit more time on my top 5. So let's see how this third attempt goes, okay? Let me also say this. The only reason why I'm not just overly freaking out by the fact that I'm attempting this yet another time is because I feel like my technical issues, all the dilemmas and stress behind being a creator, things go on behind the scenes, and I feel like last year I dealt with a lot of technical issues and as well in 2022. So I progressed in that space. So if this is the biggest blow up of the year, I'll go ahead and take it. I'm counting my blessings. I'm gonna look at the glass half full. So that is the reason why I'm not overly freaked out, okay? So starting from the bottom up, again, all of these fragrances I consider great buys. So loosely ranking them, they all have to go somewhere, okay? But they can flex between 1 or 2 positions. So at the bottom, we have Amber Vanilla from 7 Virtues. Beautiful ambery vanilla. It has a touch of ambroxan, which I absolutely love. Easy everyday reach. The next one is one I don't have a bottle of anymore because I ran through that quick, fast, and in a hurry, and it's from Forever Mood. And I believe it's hard to get, the one in the yellow bottle. To me, that was the best one out of the 4. Y'all, that is a vanilla lemony goodness type of fragrance. Again, another everyday reach. Would I repurchase it? Absolutely, but I just haven't gotten around to it because I have other fragrances that I definitely want to get my nose and hands on, but that one's also a good one. Madurai from Memo Paris. This is a beautiful fruity floral, white floral to be specific. So if you're not a fan of jasmine or tuberose, I don't think you'll like this, but I absolutely love it in my collection. Sparkling Joe from Wilhelm Perfumery. Oh, happiness in a bottle. I am so glad that I finally got a full-size bottle of this because I went through several samples, so it was time to get a full-size bottle, but definitely glad that I added this one. The Wedding Silk Santal from K. Ollie. I'm so glad that they decided to bring this back, and permanently, might I add. I missed out on the original launch of this, but this had a lot of buzz, you guys. To me, when I first got my nose on it, I was a little bit underwhelmed because of the expectations from what I was hearing. But once I blocked all of that out and formed my own opinions on it, I really do enjoy this scent. And as this sits, it gets even more beautiful. Amour Infinte from AI the Great and Navitus Parfums. Now, I consider this an elevated pretty girl fragrance. It's got some floral in there, it's got some red berries, but the standout note in my opinion is that white chocolate note. So it's very different from anything that I have in my collection, but happy to have it. City of Stars from Louis Vuitton. You guys know that I've been fangirling over Afternoon Swim, and when I went to St. Bart's last year, I finally secured the bottle. But I also got my nose on this fragrance, and in hindsight, I wish I would have grabbed both of them, but I didn't want to be greedy. Plus, I was also considering buying a bag, so I didn't want to do the most. but I wish I would have just picked this up, y'all. This is so beautiful. It's powdery, it's citrusy. It's a really nice fragrance, and I had to grab it. So I'm absolutely glad that I finally secured the bottle this year. All right, y'all, so speaking of powdery, we have Delphinus from Creed. This is a beautiful release from the house, which I'm actually impressed with. I actually enjoy these newer bottles. I think Creed is trying to kind of rebrand themselves. I know everyone's a fan of Carmina, me not too much. Queen of Silk is a really good one. And there's another one that came out with this release. That one's okay, but this one was my favorite of the two. This one has, like I said, a powdery essence. It's got vanilla, tonka beans, it's got an almond note. It's very pretty, and it's absolutely perfect for the fall time. This girl, okay, from Donna Karan, Cashmere, and Palo Santo, y'all. All I can say is I am very impressed by this designer fragrance. I feel like it has a little bit of niche flair. There's some spiciness, some amberiness. This is a beauty of a scent, and I'm so glad that I've added her to the collection. Baciami from Bulgaria. Now, I want to say the buzz around this girl started last year, but as we moved into this year, it got even louder, okay? So it was inevitable that I was gonna get my nose on this, but what made me pull the trigger was me smelling this on somebody else, and I was like, yeah, I gotta get it. So once I got it, sprayed it on my body, I was like, yeah, she's doing a thing. But this is also a white floral fragrance, mainly gardenia. So if you're not a white floral fan, you might not like this, but I absolutely adore this one. I am so devoted to Devotion, y'all. I enjoy the original. I absolutely enjoy the Intense. Both of them can get it from me, but if you guys can see the dent on this, I've been having a time spraying this bottle. The original I did have, ran through that, decided I wanted to pick up the Intense, and I am not mad, not one bit. The hazelnut in here is hazelnutty, especially now that it has air in this bottle. I get it more now, whereas in the beginning, I got hints of it, but I definitely get it more now. But y'all, in love, in love, in love. Sugar Leather from Un We Nomad. The only regret that I have about this is the fact that I did not grab the big bottle, y'all. This has a note of leather, not a big leather girl. Has a note of cinnamon, not huge on cinnamon, but the way it's done in this fragrance, absolutely, yes, Y-E-S. I just wish that I would have grabbed the big bottle, but nevertheless, I'm happy to have this in my collection. So now we're at my top 5, okay? And coming in at number 5, I just talked about this. This is Cashmere Sex from Elemental Fragrances. I discovered this brand when I went to Scent Explore, y'all. I'm so glad I had the opportunity to come across them. This is divine. This is a beauty of a fig fragrance. And you know my love for fig is a bit temperamental, okay? Gris Charnel is a fig fragrance that I can get down with. But this one right here, there is something addictive about it. Like my nose was stuck to the tester spray paper. I could not stop sniffing it, so I just knew I had to secure the bottle. So here she is, Lionora from Mind Games. At this point, Mind Games has me in a complete chokehold, but I need them to release the grip, because when I say they are expensive, expensive. But when I say quality, quality is not skimped on when it comes to Mind Games. And this one proves it the same. Lionora is such a beautiful fragrance, you all. And the reason why I decided to purchase this one is because I bought this as a gift set for someone else. And so when the representative sprayed it, I was taken aback a little bit, because I was like, wait a second, I think I want this for me. But I had to stay on task, so I ended up buying that gift set. And it was a nice like travel set, and it came like with a nice travel set holder and 2 other bottles in it. Anyways, gifted it to my friend. She came back like 3 or 4 weeks later and told me how much she was in love with it, how much she got compliments on it. And ever since I bought it, it stayed on my mind. It lingered on my mind. Should I get it? Should I get it? Should I get it? But once she hit me back with that, I was like, you know what? Just grab it. So I looked and looked a little bit for a discount. I did get this on a bit of a discount, but not huge. But either way, I'm glad that she's in my collection. This has passion fruit. It has ginger, tonka bean, sandalwood. Y'all, this is done so well. And I actually thought that I was gonna get the Forward next. So last year I featured Queenie. And in that video, I talked about how I wanted to get French Defense. Secured that bottle. I also said I wanted to get the Forward, which I thought was going to be my next purchase. But it was this. This one took 3rd place in my Mind Games collection, but the Forward is still on my list, and that one is a perfect one for spring, summer. So That's now on my radar to get next, but y'all, I am so glad that I caught this one. Okay, so I was a little chatty on that one. I'm gonna reel it back in, but you guys, in third place, Miss Girl right here, Overture Woman from Amour. I just got through talking about this beauty and I slept on her too long. It was only right that I picked her up in 2024. I just can't believe it. I can't believe it. But I also enjoy like that element of surprise and shock. Like, why did I do that? Like, why did I sleep on it? But here she is in the flesh. This is a beautiful green apple. It's got some spiciness on top with that saffron. Y'all, a stunner, a stunner, a stunner. Date night, okay, fall, winter. This is the perfect addition, and shame on me for taking this long. So in the second place spot, we've got this beauty, Narcotic Delight from Initio Parfums. Now, this is another one that I just got through talking about, but y'all, y'all. Pick this up at the beginning of the year, and you would think that with all the releases this year, this might get bumped down to lower on the list. Nope. This has reigned supreme in one of the top spots, y'all. This to me is a succulent cherry, a boozy succulent cherry with some tobacco, some vanilla, some spice in there. Y'all, this is so good. This, ooh, she eats down, y'all. This is done so well, and I'm just so excited about this, and I'm glad that we're now in the season of fall and winter so I can get my life by spraying her, okay? She is that girl. All right, are you ready to see who I have in the #1 spot? It's Vanilla Powder from Matiere Premier. Y'all, I don't know what it is. I feel like there's some kind of magic in this bottle. So as the name states, this is a vanilla fragrance. It is powdery. There's this dusting of coconut, but the way it's done in here, it's so freaking good. I can't even explain it. I also feel like there's a molecular nature in here. I don't know if ambroxan is a note in here, but it gives me some type of molecular vibe. But there is a sandalwood DNA that I am getting, or that, but maybe it's the vanilla. How the vanilla is done in here is also how the vanilla is done in Santal Austral, which is another one that I absolutely love. And I think the vanilla is either, it's a Madagascar vanilla, because that's one of my favorite types of vanilla in fragrances. That's what it is. It's a Madagascar vanilla that is running through this that is just so freaking good, y'all. This has beautiful longevity, so I can't complain about that. I would say for me, I can smell it without trying for about 6.5, maybe 7 hours. After that, it falls a little closer to skin, but others can definitely still smell this. Others will compliment me, y'all. This is so freaking good. And this one, I've had to consciously tell myself, put it down. Put it down, put it down, put it down, put it down, because we want to give this a rest and just preserve this juice. And my juice has gotten darker, so that just means the intensity of it, yeah, it's the #1 stunner, okay? All right, y'all, so those were my additions to my collection this year. I am so grateful and proud of my progress in not being overly antsy to purchasing just every single release, which is not even realistic, let's just be honest. But I've cut down quite a bit on just the fragrances that I've acquired. I wanna say maybe in 2021 or 2022, I can remember purchasing 11 or 12 fragrances in a span of 2.5 months. So from 11 to 12 in 2.5 months to a total of, let's just call it under 20 in 12 months, that's a huge improvement. So kudos to me for that, okay? I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back. So what a year, 2024. To me, I would consider 2024 not necessarily a great year, but not a bad year either. To me, I would call it a little bit grayish. And so going into 2025, I am hoping and praying for prosperity, clarity, and abundance. And I wish the same for all of you. I also want to say thank you so much for the continued love and support. Again, my hiatus, I was just in a space of uncertainty, discouragement, just all the things that were just running through my mind. But one thing that I want for me going into the new year is to just show up more unapologetically. I want to just post the content. I want to just do the thing without being in my head so much. I am an overthinker. So I also want to encourage you all watching this. If that is you, please step outside of that. Just know that there is so much greatness waiting for you once you get outside of your fears, your mistakes, and even the judgment of others. At some point, you just have to say, I don't care. I'm gonna go for the things that I want in my life. I'm gonna go for the things that bring me joy, that make me happy. And I'm hoping and praying that in 2025, we stand more on courage, we stand more in our inner confidence, knowing what we know, and just sharing that with whoever we're meant to share that with, okay? So I wanted to just give a little spiel and hopefully some good energy moving into the new year, you guys. 2024 flew by, but I just feel like 2025 is gonna be an amazing year, and I'm excited about that. So I'm excited about that for myself as well as for you. Last thing, and I'll let you guys go, I want to give a shout out to my girl Naturally Liz here on YouTube. Hey girl, hey, if you're watching. I do remember a couple months back you and I were chatting about reaching our goals in subscriberhood, and your goal was to get to 2,000 subscribers. I'm not 100% sure if you've gotten there yet, but while we have a couple more days before the new year, and because of these technical difficulties, I don't even know if this video is going to go up before the new year comes, but I just at least wanted to shout you out. You all, if you are into fragrances, please check out my girl Naturally Liz. She is a breath of fresh air. She's also funny as well. So let's get her to a goal of 2,000. And even if she's reached her goal by the time this video goes up, just check her out, subscribe to her channel. Let's get her numbers up. Y'all, let's support one another. If you enjoy fragrance content, beauty content, lifestyle content, and you see those creators on this platform, it's free. Just hit subscribe. I hope that you will support all the creators that you watch regularly. And even those that are being recommended, at least give it an opportunity to check them out and see if they vibe with you, okay? So, y'all, before we get into 2025, leave me a comment down below and let me know what is one thing that you're gonna leave in 2024 and what is one thing that you hope to gain in 2025. Okay, so until the next time, you guys, thank you again so much for all the love, continued support of me and my channel. I am truly, truly grateful for you. Okay, happy new year. I will definitely see you on the next one.